We are doing something crazy. I know we do something crazy every video. If you listen, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Embrace yourself. But we're using Scovelane today. So we've been on a radical streak. We used Satitan. We used Abomasnow. And what was the crazy thing, like Iron Thorns, all the way up to the 1900s. And so within the 1900s, we're gonna be using Scovelane. Now, before I begin, now that OLT is done and all that stuff, I do want to attempt to go for number one. So before the new games, just kind of like a thing to do to keep things spicy. So if you have any teams, hit the link in the description down below and drop them. Anyway, looking at my opponent's team, I love Curse Garg as we do. You know how Curse Garg gets down. Scovelane is dangerous as well. If I can get this growth off, I don't think any mon on this team can take a hit after rocks. Stealth rocks. Garg is my late game win option. Tusk isn't doing much, but it's really hard for him to switch into outside of Dozo. And Walking Wake is a fucking problem, golly. So phase one's gonna involve guarding against this Hydreigon, which I figured would be his initial to cover for my Torkoal. This could be rocks, I actually don't know. Staring down Cinderace. Cinderace has a lot of options here. Obviously can core change. He has a U-turn option. He doesn't have any dragon immunity. So what I'm end up doing is actually, this isn't that wild. I doubt he's gonna hard switch into Gambit. If he does, he does. But Dozo, please hit. That's so fucking big, man. That is a game-changing miss. One, this probably died. Two, like even if it didn't die, because of unaware, I'd be able to knock him out with the next one. And when I tell you his team gets clapped by my Tusk. All right. It's just such a, it takes us so far back in one turn that it's incredibly frustrating. He left the Dozo and God bless. I have no idea why he did that shit, but thankfully left it in, cause man, his Draco Meteor is gonna miss, right? So sometimes it's just them crucial turns. You don't want that miss, it misses. So Dozo being removed is huge, right? It's very, very big. That's what she said, because now Great Tusk is a huge problem, big menace, big things. And that means that once my Garganical curses, there's absolutely nothing on planet Earth he can do, I don't think, because Dozo could, you know, Terra and do some silly stuff, but now I truly don't think there's anything to be done. So what we're gonna do is give up the weakest link Corviknight. It's probably not gonna fire move anyway, but if he did, right, then he confirms choice specs, which means my Terra Fairy Garg is even more problematic. There are a couple ways we can go about this. Honestly, could go Garg now. So it goes Galarian, Dose, Zap. Right, there's several ways to go about this. There are several win cons. So what we're gonna do is go back to Wake. If he's Choice Scarf, he can't knock me out. If he's not out, so I'm gonna drop a Draco once again. Gambit likely comes in this time, but Gambit is not a factor. Gambit lets me get up my son, which I know he doesn't want. Now Wake is a position you always want to hold. Remember from the book, you want to always hold positions the opponent cannot guard against. And so I've noted a dragon weakness in his team structure, and we're going to be exploiting that all day. So if he were to fire move, that's fine. U-turns here, but again, the positioning Corviknight offers is impeccable. So this seems to be defensive ace because he doesn't have Libero. I don't think he wants Wake back in. Corviknight seems to guard against his Hydreigon, whatever the set is. So I'm actually not going to play it in the way I expected last time. I'm going to actually go Torkoal here. As he U-turns Torkoal, there's no drawback versus the matchup he has. plus me getting up the sun means Walking Wake just claps everybody with this special attack boost. So now I can just Dragon Pulse, so I don't have to fear. I probably 2 KO Gambit with the boost. Even if I don't, it doesn't matter. Plus it gives my Sus the attack boost, so if I get to Rapid Spin here, it's over. So bro goes Dragapult. What do I want to do? I mean, there's so many options. So many options. I could Rocks into Yawn. I don't need my Torkoal. I'm gonna, cause I know I'll eat Draco, and I'll Yawn into Cinderace. I'll Yawn into the Cinderace. He actually Dracos. I'm surprised he Dracoed, but I'll just Yawn again. Cause I know Cinder is coming in. If the Cinderace decides to go for the core change, then that's fine. But we'll just Yawn spam. He does core change. So Cinderace is asleep. Which is odd that he went that route, considering, you know, I can just get the rocks back up, and now the Cinderace is asleep. The Dragapult's gonna have to go for Drake. Or it doesn't have to Draco. I guess I could have said since my as I said, Garg, I'm pretty sure just Iron Defenses and wins. I'm really not sure how he guards for that. We'll just Lava Plume here. Shadow Balls, that's fine. Shadow Ball makes sense. The what's it called? The yeah, figured. And now, yeah, let me knock it out here. Fireballs for negative damage. I really don't know what this could possibly even do to me. Earth Power. Okay. So now he's gonna go Dragapult. I told you Guard once it Iron Defenses claps cheeks, but I just didn't know if there was something I was overlooking. The moment Dozo died, because even Dozo isn't a guaranteed, but it can Terra, and if it terrestrializes, obviously I won't have the Salt Cure benefit. That's the big thing, right? Dozo losing so much of his health per turn. So if it Terras, then it's likely not gonna Terra Steel, which is the only other type that would be advantageous for me. In fact, being Steel would be great for me, because you know, I can body press for a bit more damage, but you know, the Salt Cure wouldn't be doing as much, which would make things a bit more pesky. But yeah, I was in that game, I was trying to determine, okay, do I want to play in a way where the Scovillain does most of the work? Because I saw the Wake is common, Garg sweeps are common on the channel, so I don't want to just have the Scovillain and just never use it, or even have the Sun and never really use it, because I noticed I could win the game there with just these 4, but these 4 are standard mons, so it's like I could go the win condition route that gives me a lower probability of win. It's a lot of variation. I have to double around a lot more, but it'd be a hell of a show. But I think it'd have to be where the Scovillain would legit sweep. Like, it would take a lot for Scovillain to sweep that game. I'd need quite a bit of damage on the Dragapult. I think maybe not. Maybe all I needed was rocks and growth, but that's the thing. I needed to have Sun up and have growth up, but I'm pretty sure I'd also need to Terra it to knock out Cinderace with the Terra Rock. As I said, we needed him to Terra everything, or Terra at least something important. The Dozo got sacked, so we're talking about on team preview, right? The Dozo got sacked, so that didn't end up not playing a role, but he could have had the Terra whatever Dozo survive the hit, and you know, obviously it negates the growth. I don't know what Terra type could cover for all of this, but maybe Dragon, Terra Dragon Dozo, I don't know. That's what the kids are running these days. But anyway, Walking Wake plus Sun is a kill every time. Particularly Rocks plus Walking Wake plus Sun. It's just gonna be difficult to get up. Torkoal is legitimately that guy in this game. Oh yeah, Heatran is a thing now. Heatran wasn't a thing when I made this team. Right, Heatran is something like Terra Rock still helps if I get the growth off, but it's another game where Garganacl just Iron Defenses, And if I can get rid of Amoongus, which shouldn't be too difficult considering that's going to likely be his wake switch, then cheeks get clapped. Tusk is really good as well, bulk up Tusk. I do want to be careful of the Valiant doing Valiant things though. But other than that, let's see, what do I really struggle with? I struggle with his guard, believe it or not, because my Tusk is in lefties. Slum. I struggle with his Valiant. So actually, I want rocks though. I need rocks badly. I need to be really foolish to start Landorus here. So what I'm actually gonna do is wait. Okay, I'll take that. As much as I want to just go for the Draco Meteor here, I don't know anything about this guy. He could have Protect. Heatran on lead is interesting. Terra Grass, interesting. So I forced the Terra already as he Magma Storm locks. My Wake. He beats my Wake. Amazing. And he still has the Flash Fire. Wow, that worked out excellently for my opponent. That worked out phenomenally for my opponent. So we're gonna have to change our game plan as a result. That worked out phenomenally. I did not account for Terra Grass plus Magma Storm. So we just got some new data. That worked out phenomenally for my opponent. So that's something I'm gonna have to account for in the future. As far as like, you know, that's something that can happen to me. Scovillain is solid, but the Gambit is a bitch. Oh, I have to lean towards winning with Tusk now or Garganical. Man, that was that really put me back. That really put me back. Especially because I don't want to go Tusk. But if he leaves the Heatran, and then I'd eviscerate him with Covillain. You know what I'm talking about. I think I got it. Man, that was a very big moment for him. He might go hard Lando and get Ice Spinnered. If he misses the Magma Storm, it's amazing. I don't want to bulk up. I want to get the immediate hit off on Lando or the Amoongus. Amoongus is his initial. Honestly, if I were my opponent, well, I mean, you could feel like, all right, I'm just gonna go for, like, if his Amoongus goes, my Garg has a shot. Because I can't just mindlessly go to Scovillain here. And I can't just go, man, Wake was big. Like, Wake was my guy. Okay, so that just fucked me up big time. What's the worst case scenario? I gotta go Cole. Even if he spores, he does Giga Drain. I think Giga Drain is an awful player, but he used it. Damn, I wish I had the I think Giga Drain was an awful play there. And maybe he expected Garganical. He's gonna be faster in Spore. I want Rock so badly. He went for Tran. I wanted to fucking Rock so badly there. And I kinda can't afford to. I guess Terraing my Garg won't matter. Because right here he would Magma Storms. Because I could Terrestrialize Growth. I'll take a ton for Magma Storm. I don't have a choice. Yeah, that turn one might have just won him the game. Phenomenal turn one for him. If he goes to Earth Power here, I'm fucked. But there's really literally no reason to Earth Power. Let's see. Yeah, Magma Storm. Look how much that did. So I gotta hope this knocks him out. It's not over, but it's just very difficult now. It's a very difficult game. My ideal world is that he sacks Amoongus. He sacks Amoongus, that'd be great. I really wished I rocked. It doesn't kill. That shit did nothing. So I just wasted Terra for nothing. I have an attack boost, which is blessed. Tran is dead. I swear if he was fucking, what's that item called? Goes Among Us. Because one thing I have going for me is he can't, the sun plus, oh, I know what it is. He's afraid that my Torkoal is faster than his, he's afraid that my Torkoal is faster than his Among Us. So you should go Garg. I need to get this right. If he spores, I'm fucked. And he knows if he loses Among Us, he's stayed in. It's the best play. That was a good play there. He's sludge bombing. I really want to go for Lava Plume here. The Among Us staying in and getting burnt or something would be massive for me. But Rocks is a better long-term play. Please get up. Oh yes. And I had to worry about him going to Landers, because here's the big thing. He's super weak. Or not weak, but struggles with Corviknight. It's very difficult for him to kill Corviknight. But I have to play this well, because Tusk loses to his Among Us. And Corviknight is kicks, because it's probably going to U-turn out into Garganacl, and I'm like, man, what is my counterplay to these things? There is no counterplay yet. Earth Power is very interesting. Ideally, yeah, it's Rocks. Okay. And he's Rocky Helmet. Now with the Rocks up, the Among Us probably gets 2 KO'd. I can't afford to bulk up, obviously, and Rapid Spin does nothing for me. It helps, but it doesn't. Okay, what? I knew he had Grass Knot. I lose now for sure. I knew he had Grass Knot. No, I don't guarantee lose, but I very likely lose. Him surviving Ice Spinner is crazy. How the fuck did he live Ice Spinner? Yeah, max it. What? Not only lived, but took 75%. That's how little Ice Spinner does? From a 361. Okay, I mean, I can't argue with the facts, man. Bro caught my ass with the fucking turn 1. And that's gonna cost me the game. It's not over, especially because he did some shit like that. It isn't over. It's just pretty much over. You know, it's not over. It's just pretty much over. It's just because he just mindlessly. It's not a mindless Salt Cure. Just Salt Cures. The upside is that he cursed, which means he's gonna Salt Cure. Curse is at a disadvantage versus my set. So we'll see. I'm not gonna give up. If he gives me his Garg, I might be able to win. Corviknight might be able to solo the rest of his team, depending on what it says. So I don't know how. Oh, he goes Gambit. That's blessed. Gambit's crazy. Please, for the fucking love of God, bro. He's gonna sort. That's so fucking lame, dude. %. Give me another recover. All right, I'll take that. But I don't think it'll matter. I'm trying to think, what could his Valiant be that can't? If the Valiant is Hardwall by Corby, we may be in for a show, because Corvy's very hard to force out. And I said that earlier. Yeah, the fucking Heatran play really caught my ass. Really caught my ass there. Speed boost is a physical. That's the. So he's giving me Valiant. Valiant won't kill me here, but because he might not be able to knock me out with Lander, so that might have been a misplay. Because he's gonna go Garg, but I get the Roost off, which is big. Because he's gonna Salt Cure. I'll take a ton of damage, but as long as I'm alive, and then the pressure. The pressure. Okay, so do I need any more health? Lando does not die to rocks. Should have EQ. Doesn't have it. Sure, yeah. And I am iron defense. So we're gonna cure with assault. And the upside is that I can always come back and iron defense back, and there's nothing he can do. He's likely gonna go to Among Us. If this plays out to where, because what's happening right now is that Among Us is so low on health that if I body press on the Among Us switch or get enough damage with the cure of the salt, he's fucked. But Among Us took so little from damn. So Garg would take nothing from body press. It's better to U-turn. It's better to U-turn. It's better to roost. It's better to U-turn actually. I get the lefty's turn and I salt cure the first turn because he's likely going to try to get the Among Us in, because actually I have a shot. If he plays the Among Us badly, I have a shot. Oh shit, now he goes Among Us. It is what it is. His Garg is getting super low though, so if he's not careful, my Garg is gonna oh, he stays in. Okay. That's a bad play. 24%. Shit. 24%. I am faster, but I can't obviously have damn. I gotta if I U-turn in on his Garg, he's fucked. He knows that. This turn is important. If he spores, I'm done for. He doesn't know I have body press though. So I would expect me to U-turn. But he knows I have Brave Bird. If I Brave Bird and kill his Among Us, he's finished. He loses. Not necessarily, but body press is gonna out damage Earthquake, and I'm faster, so the crit chances and stuff. I don't think he's gonna switch. He fucking switched, which puts me in a bind. The reason I didn't let's see how much body press does. 31. That's good damage, which means that is it better to, if he salt cures again, this is risky for him too. If he salt cures again, no, actually it's better for me to, it's not better to U-turn if he hard switches. I'm gonna go hard Garg. This is a big turn, he does recover. Okay, I get the Garg back in. That was big, that was a big moment there. That was a big moment there. And he goes Among Us, just blessed. Okay, that was a big moment there. How much is salt cure doing? 10%. That was a big moment there. That was a huge moment there. Is he sporing? He's probably gonna get drained though. It goes back to Garg. I don't need my Urus here. Let him salt cure, lose health. Earthquake was a bad play. Iron defense. No. We stall. 12%. How many recovers does this guard have? 6. He has more than me. For iron defense here, he's finished. I can afford to do this a couple more times though. Body press did 14. Yeah, you guys. That's what I bingo. That's what I wanted. Now I get to U-turn. I need to time this right. No, I didn't need to. I was thinking there shouldn't was my better play to was my better play to I had hardlanders here if I was my opponent. I was thinking it was my better play there to because me iron defensing here means I get a kill for sure. I just iron defense twice. I think it's for sure over. I get to remove a Mungus. But it's still not over versus his Garg. If I were to Salt Cure this turn on it, it's just down to the wire, man. Fucking Garg champion, boy. His Salt Cures are at 13. He has way more recovers. For iron defense, Mungus gets. For iron defense, I get a KO. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Because what he should do, I gotta body press this turn. Oh, he stays in. Oh, that's blessed. Yeah, that's it. Because now Corviknight actually knocks him out with body press. So I don't know why he stayed in there to Salt Cure. I mean, I don't think in any scenario Salt Cure was a play. I think he got stressed out. Yeah, and now you can't even revenge kill me. Body press did about 24 last time. I wouldn't. Is it best to no, I can't risk him randomly sporing. It's best to body press here. It did about 24 last time. And I should survive. Plus body press did 31, so I'm pretty sure Corviknight just wins the game. Wow, what a motherfucking game, boy. I thought I lost. And I think the opponent thought he won. And the reason I say that is because the way he played his Valiant didn't need to happen that early. There's no reason for him to have sent Valiant out that early. He probably thought CC knocked out, but I've made those mistakes before. The Lando took nothing from Ice Spinner. Like, I've seen Jirachi ice punches do more than that. That is 75%. I'm pretty sure +2 press kills. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. Because all I do now is go Corviknight and Brave Bird and press with the. Oh, he's boots. Oh my god, he's fucking boots. I didn't see the boots this whole game. I threw. Well, not really, because Among Us took. Oh, that was a timely crit. Oh, that crit saved us. Whew, what a fucking game. That 1700 fool was about to eat my points away. That was a timely crit, man. Because I knew he'd Salt Cure the turn we crit him. Not like I expected the crit. But yeah, so this turn, Among Us took 24. That was a hell of a roll. I took 24 the last time. Now, could I have... No, I still think my play was the best. Given me thinking he's taking stealth rocks, I've never seen a heavy duty boost Garganical in my life. So my brain completely ignored the item and just put leftovers on it. And so this whole time this shit wasn't taking rocks and I wasn't paying attention to it. Now, another thing was similarly, I got potentially either 2 really high rolls the first time or 2 really low rolls. Now, based on how much the body presses were doing, I'm gonna guess either these were 2 low rolls or I got absolute minimum on the Among Us. So those calcs threw me off. I could have gone hard had I gone hard Corviknight on the Among Us the turn it went for Giga Drain. The game was over because I just Brave Bird into body press. Right, the guard couldn't even switch in because Brave Bird would do enough to where body press would win. So hard switching the core, but if he spored that turn, it would give him wiggle room back in the game because then he'd be able to double back into Garganical. And my Corviknight's now asleep, so I can't U-turn. I have to double switch, and I didn't want that. And so he's thinking, well, I'm gonna die anyway, so I might as well spore on the off chance he switches because that's the only way he wins. But I didn't account for the fact that the body press just wouldn't kill. And so what a motherfucking comeback. That might have been that's the greatest comeback in a while, y'all. That was a crazy ass comeback. And I suppose, it makes up for the fucking Gambit flinch, right? That's why I had to use damn near all my recoveries. So a crit is timely. Anyway, that's gonna be the life for today. Scovelane did absolutely nothing, but it's not his fault. But yeah, submit your teams, guys. Hit the like button. I love y'all, and I'll see you the next one.